Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll have a look at the latest version of AirPods Pro clones. Now these are the Danny version 4.9 HR. Danny will also sell the other brand new AirPods Pro clones, which is the Danny version 4.9 Tiger Builder. Both of these version 4.9s will have the same exact chipset, which is the brand new Airoha 1562AE chipset, but they'll use a different motherboard. Other than that, both of these will have some similarities but also some differences between these two, such as the build quality of the case, and also the performance are going to be slightly different. The Tiger Builder version 4.9 is going to be a bit better than this Bull HR version. That's why this is going to be slightly more affordable, a couple dollars cheaper than the version 4.9 Tiger Builder, but both of these version 4.9s, doesn't matter which one you choose, are still going to be very good and pretty much better than the version 4.7 and 4.8. When it comes to the specification of the Danny version 4.9 HR Bull, this is going to have Bluetooth 5.3 name change, mapping, GPS positioning. You're also going to have air detection, pressure control, wireless charging. Unfortunately, this does not have MagSafe charging. The Tiger Builder version is going to have the magnets in the back of the case for those who have the MagSafe charger or MagSafe accessories. Other than that, it is going to have live listening, audio sharing, and much more. Now, the improvements on the version 4.9 HR comparing to the version 4.7 and version 4.8 is that we're going to have some improvements in the ANC and transparency mode. So ANC is going to be better, it's going to be stronger, supposed to be compared to the version 4.7 and version 4.8. It is going to have pretty good stability, Bluetooth 5.3, so better stability, better long range connectivity to your device. And of course, this is for those asking, this is going to work on not only on iOS device but also on Android and also Windows computer. I did try already on my Windows computer and it did work perfectly fine. Battery life on these is going to last approximately up to 6 to 7 hours per charge. Comparing to the Tiger Builder model, it lasts up to about 8 hours or so. Delivery times takes approximately 2 to 4 weeks to arrive. For me, it took exactly pretty much 9 days to arrive, which is extremely quick. It comes in a double box, as you can see, to avoid the customs, and inside this double box you will have the actual logo box, as you can see, with the little stickers right here, the logos, the AirPods Pros with the wireless charging case, very similar to the original ones. The Danny version 4.9 HR will also have new added feature such as the iCloud multi-device connect. This will allow you to simultaneously switch between two Apple devices to play music individually between two devices, switching in between very easily without any issues, without forgetting your AirPods clones in the Bluetooth settings like the previous models such as version 4.5 and version 4.7. So let's check these out. These are the Danny version 4.9 HR. The first thing you'll see once you open the lid of the box is the little pamphlet that says designed by Apple in California. And inside right here we got all 4 manuals, as you can see, including the user guide that says AirPods Pro, very similar to the original ones, as you can see. The next thing we'll see in the box is the AirPods Pros, the Danny version 4.9 HR, wrapped in the plastic. We are then going to be presented with a charging cable, which is Lightning to USB-C. And finally, we are going to have our ear tips right here, which are the small and the large. So let's check these out. These are the Danny version 4.9 HR. Let's unwrap the plastic. Very easy to remove. So here is a close-up look of the charging case, and as you can see, we do have a slight gap between the lid and of the charging case, and of course we do have also the frosted LED diffuser, as you can tell. On the bottom of the case, we're gonna have the lightning part, but of course you'll be able to charge these wirelessly. When it comes to charging these, I don't recommend using any fast charger because it has not been tested, so you're basically risking your AirPods Pro clones and they might break. If you do break, the cell is not responsible for that. So use any charger or wireless charging pad that uses up to 5 watts or below. At the back of the case, we're going to have the metal hinge, and as you can tell, it does have a pretty good matte finish right there, very similar to the version 4.7 and to the original ones. And here are the engravings that says designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. And finally, we do have the permit button in the back, which gives you the green LED. And as you can see, if you open up the lid, we're going to have the engravings on top. with the serial number. So let's take the earbuds out, and here's going to be the interior of the case with the metal hinge. Looks pretty good. Of course, the case is going to have a reverse magnetic hinge. It has a pretty weak reverse magnetic hinge, just like the real deal. Overall, the build quality of the version 4.9 HR does feel really nice. And here are the close-up look of the earbuds. As you can see, it looks really nice. We do have the infrared LED right there, which you can only see them with a camera, but not with your own eyes, just like this. Here are the engravings at the bottom of the earpods, the left and the right indicator, the same charging mechanism with a comb ring in the right plastic. I mean, when it comes to design, they've pretty much replicated this for a while back. You know, the only improvements right now that they do is probably the build quality, the ENC, the transparency mode. One thing I forgot to mention about the Denny version 4.9 HR and the Denny version 4.9 Tiger Builder is that these are gonna finally have some brand new high quality pairs of dual ENC microphones. So I'm gonna do a microphone test later in the video, and you'll see that the microphone is very good and extremely usable. So I'm really happy to see that the factories have finally improved the sound quality, the audio quality of these microphones. Anyways, here is going to be the mesh of the product. And if you take off the ear tips, sometimes it's really hard to take off the ear tips. Be really careful. Sometimes you might tear them. And yeah, very hard to remove the ear tips sometimes. So there are tricks to remove the ear tips. So be really careful when you're trying to remove them. And there we go. Here are the inside, pretty much the speaker outer part of the AirPods Pro clones, Denny version 4.9 HR. Looks pretty nice, and here's the interior of the ear tips. For those who have an Android device, this does have an Android supported app. It's not the Flycc app, it's not the Starfun app, just like the version 4.7 and version 4.5. This one is going to be using the Bull Super app. I'll link down below in the description where you guys can download this. For those who get the version 4.9 Tiger Builder instead of the version 4.9 HR, the Bull Super app is not going to work for you. You'll have to get the Flycc app instead. So right now I'm going to be connecting the Denny version 4.9 HR to two of my Apple devices. Currently I'm running on iOS 14.6 point something, I believe, on my iPad 5th gen, and on iOS 15 on the latest version on my iPhone XR. So I might not be able to get the pop-up animation on the iPad because it's currently on an older firmware, but I will still be able to connect it as a regular Bluetooth earbuds. So all you're gonna do is to connect your device, simply open up the lid, and as you can see, we got the pop-up animation on the iPhone XR, and here on the iPad we do have this little pop-up right there as the AirPods is available. What we're gonna do is simply tap right here, tap connect, and hold the pairing button in the back until it says connecting. As you can see, currently connecting to my iPhone XR. Okay, so as you can see on the iPhone XR, we got the Hey Siri function. Tap on that now, and here's the battery percentage of the AirPods Pros, but also the charging case. Battery percentage on the charging case and also the AirPods Pros will be very accurate compared to the original ones. You're not really going to be experiencing any bugs. I haven't experienced any bugs since the version 4.5, so overall battery percentage is very accurate. So just to show you guys right now that they haven't connected to my phone or iPad because they're still not in my ears yet. So all you have to do is simply tap right here, tap on the AirPods that you want to connect to, and as you can see, it's connected to my phone. And right here on the iPad in the Bluetooth setting, tap right here, and they are going to connect as well. We got the AirPods Pro logos on both of these, both are connected at the same time, as you can tell. Like I said, this is going to have audio sharing. If you want to share audio with a secondary device, go into information on any of these products. As you can see, we got the serial number right there. Same thing right here on the iPhone XR. So same serial number as engravings, and as for the packaging, just like the original ones, you'll be able to change the name to whatever you want, turn on ENC or transparency mode. Same thing on the iPad. As you can see, if I turn on transparency mode right here, it switches right there too. You can turn off ear detection if you like to show you guys furthermore that the iCloud multi-device connect feature works perfectly fine between an iPad and an iPhone or two iPhones. As you can see, once again, they're connected to both of these devices at the same time. Now I'm going to play music on the Apple Music app, and then I'm going to switch in between Spotify and back and forth. So I'm going to play music on the Apple Music app. Okay, it's currently playing, and if I tap on play on Spotify, as you can see, it pauses on the Apple Music app. Once again, pauses to Spotify, and here is back and forth very quickly. No bugs at all. So right now I'm going to be testing the sound quality of the Denny version 4.9 HR. So as you can see, they're connected perfectly fine. And now let's test the audio and see how good the audio is going to be comparing to the original ones. So yeah, the sound quality of the Denny version 4.9 HR do sound really good. I would say there's quite some improvements in the sound quality and the audio. Definitely full of bass, great vocal quality. I can definitely hear the lyrics, the words coming from the singer. I can really feel the bass. Definitely when comparing these to the version 4.7, I do think that these did have some improvements when it comes to the drivers of these version 4.9 HR. But overall, they sound really nice. The equalizer has not been used on Spotify, so of course if you want even more bass or if you want even more clarity, you'll be able to adjust that within the app. And yeah, ear detection works perfectly. If I remove from the right side of my ears, as you can see, it pauses right away, put it back in my right ear, it continues playing, same thing on the left side. No issues at all when it comes to ear detection. So now I'm going to try to slowly increase the volume to see if there's any static noise in the audio when playing loud music. That's getting very loud. So yeah, listening at 90%, I haven't experienced any static noise when it comes to listening to loud audio. Yeah, no static noise when listening to loud audio, very good. And yeah, ANC does work very well. Now sometimes when you turn on ANC, you can actually hear a very small ticking noise or static noise. When it comes to this version 4.9 HR to the one that I bought, I'm actually not hearing any static noise. Obviously the ANC will work differently depending on the environment that you're in, such as if you were blocking the machinery sound, cars, traffic, vocals, and that's going to be very different. So let's turn on transparency mode. Yep, transparency mode is actually very good, better than the version 4.7. I can tell right away, I can actually hear my voice pretty clear. So now I'm going to switch back to my iPhone right here to be able to try the spatial audio feature and see if it actually works or not. So I'm going to play some music right now. Spatial audio fixed mode. Yep, this fixed mode does sound different, just like any other AirPods Pro clones. It has more like a slightly more concert vibe. If you go to head tracking, if I turn my head to the right, the audio goes to the left. If I turn my head to the left, the audio goes to the right. So head tracking actually works very well. I'm pretty much not experiencing any delays at all, so that is very good when it comes to the head tracking. So this is the microphone test of the brand new released Denny version 4.9 Bull HR version. You can tell right away that the audio does sound significantly better than any other AirPods Pro ever released on the market for the past 2-3 years. This is a really exciting news, and I'm really happy that the factories have finally updated the microphone using a way higher quality set of dual microphone with ENC. So that's going to give you great noise cancellation. But yeah, you can tell right away from this raw audio coming straight from microphones of the brand new Denny version 4.9 that it sounds extremely well, very clear, loud audio, very crispy, and extremely usable. Very similar to some AirPods 2 clones like the V3M, the V3E, and of course some of the AirPods 3 clones. And just to show you guys right now, the Denny version 4.9 HR on an Android device, currently running on the Android 11.0. As you can see, they're connected to my device. ANC transparency mode can also be used on Android device, so don't worry about that. So yeah, just to show you guys that this does have an actual Airoha 1562AE chipset. I got the AirPods app right here. I'm going to connect to the actual product if I can find it. And here it is, right there. Tap on connect. and then tap right here, and as you can see, we got the information of the product right here. It does have indeed the Airoha 1562AE chipset. We got the firmware update right here, which was released on the May of 27th of this year. So yeah, it does have the Airoha 1562AE chipset, which is a brand new chipset on the AirPods Pro clones. Same chipset on the version 4.9 Tiger Builder, but a different motherboard once again. For those who keep asking what is the difference between these two. Yeah, we also have the Bull Super app right here that you can download for the version 4.9 HR. I'll link in down below the description where you guys can check this out. If you tap right here to open the app, as you can see, this is how it looks. The app is in Chinese, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. So all you have to do is simply tap on plus right here and then choose the device to connect. For me, it is right here. And as you can see, they are connected. It shows you the battery percentage of the AirPods Pros and also of the charging case. Here we got transparency mode and ANC. I'm going to put these in my ears and see if it actually works or not, which it should. I can hear transparency mode turned on. I can hear the beep, and of course I can hear my own voice. I can hear the AC. And if I tap on ANC, it actually works. So yeah, it's the same thing as iOS, but on Android device. Now the advantage of this Bull Super app is when you turn on ANC, you can hear the ANC turn on. And as you can see right here, we got the percentage that says 100%. That means that ANC is working fully at 100% capacity. You can actually reduce this to, let's say, 50. And you'll be able to see and hear that the ANC is getting weaker. If I put it at 8%, you can actually hear the AC a bit more in my room. Turn it back to 100%. I can hear that the full capacity of the ANC is working again. So you can actually adjust the strength of the ANC and also transparency mode. Once again, I have all the links down below in the description where you guys can check these out. Make sure to give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I got much more videos coming soon to your way. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Let it go, make my body go. Take our bodies high.